Link start. Welcome players.
Analyzing data.
Player 1, Andrea May Advincula. Player 2, Charmaine Cortas. Player 3, Maria Jamie Ray. Player 4, Elion James Lumbao. Player 5, Sherilyn Clens Sena. And lastly, Player 6, Josefia Nicole Chu. Welcome to Pangkalahatang Matematika, a game that will teach you a lesson. In this game, you can test your intellect in general mathematics. Come and join.
Hi, welcome. Today I will be discussing about a function. So what is function? Function is a relation such every element in the domain is paired to exactly one element in the range. But what is a relation? Relation is a relationship between sets of values. The first set of values is called the domain, which is the input. And the second set of values is called the range, which is the output. Which means every x value must be associated only one y value. So now I will discuss about mapping. Mapping shows how the elements are being paired. So I have three illustrations that will help us to understand the function easily. First is mapping, and the second one is set, and the third one is graphing. So here's the example of mapping. So we have the domain and the range. So let's focus on the letter A. Letter A is being paired by Roman numeral number 1, and the second one, which is letter B, is being paired by Roman numeral number 2, and the third one is the letter C being paired by Roman numeral number 3, and the last one is letter D being paired by Roman numeral number 4. So as you can see, the element in our domain is being paired to only one value of y in our range. So this example is a function. Now, let's proceed to our second illustration, which is the set. We have 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 5 and 6, 6 and 7. So, we have 4 ordered pairs. Let's see if this is the given set is a function or not. But how do we do that? So, first, let's identify the x and y element in each ordered pair. So in the first ordered pair, we have 2 and 3. 2, which is the domain, 3, which is the range. In the second set, we have 4 and 5, which is the 4 is the domain and range is the 5. And the third set, we have 5 and 6. 5 is the domain, range is the 6. And the fourth set, we have 6 and 7, 6 which is the domain and 7 which is the range. Now, why is it important to us to identify our x and y in each ordered pair? Because this value in the domain, which is the 2, 4, 5, and 6, is our critical values to identify if it is fraction or not. Why? Look at the domain. We have 2, 4, 6. No x value is repeated. Now, we consider it as a function. Remember that when there's no x value that has been repeated in the given set, that is a function. So now let's proceed to our third and last illustration, which is the graphing. So how do we identify if the given graph is a function or not? magic keyword is VLT, stands for vertical line test. Functions can be determined in graphing. We can use the vertical line test using imaginary vertical lines and to check if there's vertical line which touches the graph only once. Otherwise, it is not a function. To be clear, if this vertical line hits two or more points on the graph, that is not a function. So here's some examples. Here's the example of a vertical line test. So, paano ba natin malalaman kung function or hindi function ang isang graph? Pag function, dapat isang point lang yung madadaanan niya. Pag 2 or more, yung nadaanan niyang point, hindi yun function. So, itry natin sa example number 1. So, pag nag-drawing ako ng imaginary line dito, isang point lang yung nadaanan niya, which is dito. So, that means this example is a function. Sa example number 3, nag-drawing tayo ng imaginary line dito. Dalawang point yung nadaanan niya, which is dito and dito. So that means this is not a function. Sa fourth example, pag nag-drawing tayo ng imaginary line, dalawang point yung nadaanan niya. So that means this is not a function. Function notation. Function notation is the way a function is written. It is meant to be precise way of giving information about function without a rather lengthy written explanation. The most popular function notation is f(x), which is written as f of x. So, ito na yung example ng ating function notation. Ito yung given natin. At ito yung mga x natin. Ngayon, ang hahanapin natin is yung f of x o yung y. So, start tayo sa 2. Ang ginawa ko sa 2 is pinalitan ko lang yung mga x ng 2. So, 2 squared plus 3. 2 times 2 is 4. Tapos bring down lang yung plus 3. So, 4 plus 3 is 7. So, 7 yung y natin. Next is yung 3. So, 3 equals 3 squared plus 3. So, 3 times 2 is 6 plus 3 equals 6 plus 3 is 9. So, 9 yung y natin. Next is yung 4. F4. 4 squared plus 3. So, 4 times 2 is 8. Bring down yung plus 3. 8 plus 3 is 11. So, 11 yung x natin or yung y natin or yung f of x. So, ulitin ko lang. So, ito yung given natin. Hahanapin natin yung f of x or yung y. So, sa 2 natin, pinalitan ko lang yung x ng 2. 2 squared, bring down yung plus 3. So, 2 times 2 is 4. Bring down yung plus 3. 4 plus 3 is 7. Ito yun. Next is yung number 3. So, pinalitan ko lang ng 3 yung x. X squared plus 3. 3 plus 3 times 2 is 6 plus 3. 6 plus 3 is 9. So, dito yun. So, yung sa 4, pinalitan ko lang yung x ng 4. 4 times 2 plus 3. 4 times 2 is 8. Bring down yung plus 3. 8 plus 3 is 11. So, ito yun.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
For the round 1, be the best. Whoever presses the red button first has the opportunity to answer. Good luck, players. For our first question, it is a relation where each element in the domain is related to only one value in the range by some rule. Player 2, Cortas, what's your answer?
The answer is a function.
Player 2, Cortas, your answer is correct. The final answer is function. Let's proceed for the next question. A rule that relates values from a set of values to a second set of values. Player 3, De Los Reyes, what's your answer?
My answer is order pairs.
Player 3, De Los Reyes, your answer is wrong. You are now eliminated. Player 6, Chu, what is your answer?
Relation.
Player 6, Chu, your answer is correct. The final answer is relation. The third question is the set of all x or input values. Player 4, Lumbao, what's your answer?
My answer is domain.
Player 4, Lumbao, your answer is correct. The final answer is domain. For the fourth question, evaluate f of x equals 4x plus 1 if x equals 5.
F of x equals 21. Kaya ako nakuha yung 21 kasi sinimplify ko yung x sa 5. Tapos, 4 times 5 equal 20 plus 1 kaya naging 21.
Player 5, Senna, your answer is correct. The final answer is f of x equals 21. Now, for our fifth question, if x equals 4x, evaluate f of 2. Player 1, Advincula, what's your answer?
Number 5. My answer is f of 2 equal 8.
Player 1, Advincula, your answer is correct. The final answer is f of 2 equals 8. For our last question in this round, evaluate f of x equals negative 5x minus 3. Player 2, Cortas, what is your answer?
I think it's 17.
Player 2, Cortas, your answer is wrong. The final answer is f of x equals 17. For the round 2 passers, in this round, whoever has the lowest score will be eliminated and will not be able to play in the following round. The black players. Our remaining players are Player 1 Advincula, Player 4 Lumbao, Player 5 Sena, and Player 6 Chu. These are the questions. Question 1. It can be used to determine if a graph represents a function.
The answer is vertical line.
All players got the correct answer. All of you got 100 points. So the final answer is vertical line test. Now, let's proceed for the next question. Question number 2. Identify if function or not function. 2 and 3, 4 and 7, 2 and 5, and 4 and 6.
My answer is function.
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 Not function kasi naulit yung domain.
Player 5 Sena, your answer is correct. Player 1 Advincula, Player 4 Lumbao, and Player 6 Chu still on 100 points. For the third question, question number 3, identify if function or not function. 1 and 2, 2 and 2, 4 and 3, and 3 and 4.
Not function.
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 My answer is function.
Player 1 Advincula, Player 4 Lumbao, and Player 6 Chu, all your answers is correct. Player 5 Sena still on 200 points. The answer is function. For the next question, identify if the statement is 1-to-1, 1-to-many, or many-to-1. Question number 4. Jello is a friend of Jessa, Kyle, and Amy.
1 to many.
My answer is one to many.
1 to 1.
1 to many.
Player 1 Advincula, Player 4 Lumbao, and Player 6 Chu, all your answers is correct. Player 5 Sena still on 200 points. The final answer is many to 1. Now for the last question. Question number 5. Evaluate f of x equals negative 4x minus 2.
My answer is negative 22.
F of x equal 22.
F of x equal negative 22.
Negative 22.
Player 1 Advincula, Player 4 Lumbao, and Player 6 Chu, all your answers is correct. All of you can proceed to our next round. Player 5 Sena, you are eliminated. The final answer is f of x equals negative 22. Congratulations players 1, 4, and 6. You've made it to the third round. For the third round, lucky 3. In this round, whoever receives 3 points first will advance to the final round. You will indicate whether the relation is 1-to-1, many-to-1, or many-to-many, etc. Good luck to you 3. Our remaining players are Player 1 Advincula, Player 4 Lumbao, and Player 6 Chu. For our first question, the product and the customers inside the mall.
Many to many.
My answer is many to many.
Many to many.
All players got the correct answer. All of you got 1 point. The final answer is many to many. Player 6 Chu, can you explain why this is many to many?
Kasi madaming products and customers ang meron sa mall.
Second question. Aristotle, Plato, and Socrates are all philosophers.
Many to 1.
My answer is many to many.
Many to 1.
Player 1 Advincula and player 6 True, both of you and your answers is correct. 1 point will be added in your scores. Player 4 Lumbao still on 1 point. The final answer is many to 1. Let's proceed to our next question. Each person have a own phone number.
1 to many.
Many to 1.
My answer is 1 to 1 because each person has their own number.
Player 1 Advincula, player 6 True, both of your answer is wrong. Player 4 Lumbao is correct. 1 point will be added in your points. Now both of you three have 2 points. The final answer is 1 to 1. Now, for the fourth question. Passport to a person.
1 to 1.
My answer is many to many.
Many to 1.
Player 1 Advincula and player 6 True, both of your answers is correct. Both of you already got 3 points. Player 4 Lumbao, you're now eliminated. The final answer is 1 to 1. Congratulations for the 2 remaining players. Now for our last round, you only have 1 minute to solve. Good luck, players. For our first question, f of x equals x squared plus 4x plus 4. Now what is the range in the given problem? Player 1 Advincula, please show your answer.
My answer is y such that y greater than or equal to 0.
Y such that y greater than or equal to 1.
Player 1 Advincula, your answer is correct. Let's proceed to our second question. C of x equals 2x squared minus 4x plus 5. Now, what is the range in the given problem? Player 6 True, show us your answer.
Y such that y is greater than or equal to 3, or interval form which is 3 going to positive infinity.
My answer is y such that y greater than or equal to
Player 6 True, your answer is correct. For the third and last question, good luck, players. E of x equals negative 3x minus 6x plus 2. Now, what is the range in the given problem? Yes, player 6 True, show us your answer.
y such that y is less than or equal to 5, or interval form which is positive 5 going to negative infinity.
My answer is y such that y less than or equal to 6.
Player 6-2, your answer is correct. Now, our winner is Player 6-2. Congratulations, Player 6-2, for winning in our Pangkalahatang Matematika. Pangkalahatang Matematika game. Congratulations!